Welcome to another episode of the Blitz Pickup every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I am your host, Ryan Sakamoto. And if you're just joining the dark side of BEASTwriter family, welcome. We are growing by the day. We just hit 5,200 subscribers last week. We're up to 5,212 today. So we're growing by the day, literally. So again, it's all thanks to you guys. We're in the road to 10K subscribers. Once we hit 10K subscribers, I am going to do a huge giveaway, massive giveaway. Huge is an understatement. I think massive is a proper word to use. My goal is to buy season tickets for the Raiders game and then just donate to you guys. And so they're the highest ticketed price in the entire NFL. But again, if we hit 10K subscribers, I think I can set enough money aside from the super chats, super stickers, and then also from you guys watching the videos on the replays. That really helps me out a lot. And again, people ask how you can donate. If you can't donate money or a super chat or a Venmo donation, it's easy. Just watch all my videos, and you're going to kill two birds with one stone by doing that. One, it helps me make money in the instant gratification, right, that we always talk about here on YouTube. But the long-term gain is we're going to get subscribers out of it. Why? Because it's going to push into the algorithm on YouTube as a recommended video. So if you guys want to support me and you guys are unable to do so because times are tough right now, I get it. Just donate your time. Time is money. We hear that all the time, and it's very true. If you donate your time, just watch the video on the replay and watch videos in the past that you may have not watched yet, so you guys can kind of get a glimpse of what I bring to the table. And I think if you're new to subscribing, you're going to want to do that. And I separated it into 8 playlists. There's 4 different playlists on top of that. That's for the live streams. But then we have specific 8 playlists, 4 podcast playlists. And I did that all for you guys. We just reached 800 videos. So in my first year covering the Raiders, we made 800 videos. Sounds crazy, right? There's 800 videos on the silver and black content here on YouTube. If you don't think I put in that work, 800 videos should be the selling point. So again, I'm really appreciative of the Raider Nation. Before we go ahead and get started here in the DOB family and the Beast Nation. So again, mahalo to each and every one of you for subscribing to the channel. If you have yet to do so, turn on and flip on the bell notifications. We have 26 people watching right now. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what I bring to the table as far as your silver and black content on the daily. All right, let's get those likes up. We have 2 likes right now on you. 20 likes right now on YouTube. Let's get those likes up. 6 people have not yet liked the channel, but are watching all my stuff. You know, the funny thing about this is I was running the analytics. I was talking to my guy D-Menace. This sounds crazy. The analytics don't lie. I was actually going to post this. In fact, I might do it right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We have more people watching our stuff than our subscribers. Isn't that crazy? So we have 5,200 subscribers, but we have double the amount of people that are watching my stuff, but aren't yet to subscribe to the channel. How crazy is that? That means the let me write that down movement is real here in the DOB. They be watching me. They be watching us, but they don't want to hit the like button. They don't want to give credit where credit is due. The analytics tell you something. I don't know what else to say. You guys know what's going on. Phil Romero says, Beast, what's up? What's going on, Phil? How you doing on this Wednesday for the Blitz Pickup? We're going to break it down right now. Again, smash that like button. We have 26 people watching right now. And we have 2 more people that yet to like the video. Let's get those likes up. Again, we have 2 people in here who have not liked the video yet. Go ahead and do so, and then we'll go ahead and get started. It's free. I'm not asking for a super chat. I'm not asking for a super sticker. I'm just asking for a click of a like button, which is free. And it takes like 1 second to do that. Like literally 1 second. Not even a second. So we'll wait till you guys do that, and then we'll get started. So yeah, we can talk about other things right now until we get that. So, you know, how's your guys' day going? How is your guys' day going on this Wednesday? Hope everyone. Now we have 30 people in here. Kevin Lurk says, Beast, no sombrero, salute DLB family. You know what? I just shaved my head yesterday. And so, like, if you guys have a bald head, you know, like, I like to bick it. Like, it's crazy. I get really close sometimes. And so, like, there's, like, it's not, I don't know what you call it. Like, I cut myself in the back of my head. You guys can't really see it, but it kind of looks gnarly. So I was like, wearing a hat today or wearing my beanie, my signature beanie would kind of do damage to the back of my head here. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna lay off today. But yeah, it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. I would show you guys if I can turn my head, but I can't. Maybe I'll post a video up on YouTube for you guys so you guys can see the damage. Demons4 joins us. Salute on to 6. All right, we have 30 people watching. And let's get those likes up. We have 24 likes still, and that means 6 people have yet to like the channel. So before we go ahead and get started on the Raiders 4 coaches that were added to the Bill Walsh Diversity Fellowship Program, I will go ahead and talk about that. But let's get those likes up. I mean, that's free, right? I mean, that doesn't take anything but a simple like of a button. So mods, can you help get that situated to where we get those likes up? D-Menace, I know you in here. Tell those people to hit the like button before we get started. I know the let me write that down movement is in full swing, but hey, if you're going to be watching all my stuff, you might as well like it. Because we got time. I'm self-employed. We got time. What you choose to do with those 24 hours is up to you. Flinko versus Ringo says, damn, 800. Alfredo says, salute nation. Alfredo says, what is up, beast? How you doing, Alfredo? How are you doing? Okay, we got 26 people liking it, and we have 30 people watching. So the same 4 people are not liking the video. Please like the video. If you're hello. Phil Ross says, beast, I need sunglasses, the glare. Oh man. Rose Pornoy says, it's razor burn. Yeah, there you go. It's a razor burn, but it's more like a bad razor burn. Kevin Lurker says, before we get started, Alfred says, beast, what optimism can you give Raider Nation? There's a lot of optimism that I can give Raider Nation. Clark Arroyo says, I bought a head shaver. I have a head shaver. My girlfriend actually bought me one. It was the one that you get on Amazon that has like the little, it's almost like the one where you just go like this and you don't have to like go like this. For me, it sucks. Like I like it like skin bald. Does that make sense? Skin bald. Doesn't really work that way. Clark Arroyo says, I ran on the treadmill for an hour. Hey, me too. I did cardio for an hour too. I was on the Stairmaster. I'm known to burn 1,000 calories, over 1,000 calories in under an hour. Did it today. It was at 58 minutes and I burned over 1,000 calories. And people say, oh, it's not accurate. It's pretty freaking accurate. When you know your heart rate, like it's pretty freaking accurate. And so to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. It was kind of tough. It wasn't easy. But hey, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. All right, Phil Ramos says, beast, how's rookie camp looking? I'd be lying to you if I said, hey, man, these players are looking great. Christopher Smith is looking like an all-pro player right now. Michael Mayer is making one-handed catches in practice. I mean, he could be the real deal. His catch radius looks like he has a 36 arm length. No, I'm not going to say any of that. You know why? Because I'd be lying to you, number one. Number two, the media is not allowed there. All right, and I work there. So it was closed off to the media. So whereas coming over from the San Francisco 49ers, where rookie minicamp was always open, the Raiders have not done that. I guess ever since they moved here to Vegas, they kind of closed it off to the media, and it's just closed off to everyone. So beat writers, local media, national media, it's closed off. No one can watch practice when it comes to rookie minicamp. So I don't know. And to be honest with you, what I do know, I really don't know. Because what people tell me, even though they're there, how do I know that they're telling me the truth? Like, I want to see with my own eyes. So, to be honest with you, I don't know. The answer is I don't know. And I'm just being truthfully 100% transparent with you. I don't know. I don't know. And anybody who tells you anything different, they're lying to you because they're not there. Look, I live across the street. I can like literally look through binoculars and see who's there or not. Ain't nobody there. Trust me. Oh, man. Alfred says, I want bald too. It's a lot easier to deal with. Yeah, absolutely. All right, we have 28 likes in here. It's funny. People don't want to hit the like button. It's so like, how hard is it to hit a like button? Like, it's like pulling teeth to hit a like button to support your boy. Well, you're my people say, oh, you're not my boy. I just like stealing your work and being a content stealer. DMS says, to the ones just watching to steal the content, at least hit that like button. That's what I'm saying. Look, we're not throwing shade at anyone. It's the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. You don't like it, swipe left and don't watch me. But you're going to be watching me because you want to know what I have to say. It's pathetic. But that's the truth of the matter situation. Holler at your boy. Don't like it? Swipe left, but you know you won't. You know you're going to swipe right every single time. I love keeping things 100 and unfiltered. That's why they call me BEASTwriter. I have no qualms about it. I tell people this all the time. You know, I'm a nice guy, but I'm also not a pushover. Like, don't think I'm going to be like a doormat. Like, you can't just walk all over me. Like, no, that ain't going to happen. Phil Romero says they're too busy taking notes. Yeah. Are we surprised? You know, are we surprised? It's just concerning, and it's unethical. DMS says like and subscribe to Beast. Yeah, absolutely. If you guys want to follow me on all the social media platforms that I am on, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter at BEASTwriter. All right, at BEASTwriter. Let's go ahead and try to build up the DOB here on YouTube. Look, again, I don't have to be here talking about 4 players or 4 coaches for this live stream that have nothing to do with whether or not they're going to be on the active coaching staff or not on the active coaching staff. I mean, we're going to talk about this, but let's be honest about this. I mean, how many people are talking about this right now? How many people who cover the Raiders are talking about this right now? I am, because I love doing it and I love giving you guys insight. All right. Now, again, Shay, thank you so much. This is the first time. And again, how do I know I respond to every single? I know every single one of the 5,212 people who are in here on YouTube. You know how I know that? Because based on your engagement, I know, Shay, this is your very first time that you ever engage with me on this platform. So please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. I respond to every single comment. I heart every single comment. And I'm about that life, giving back to the DOB here in the Beast Nation. He says, who are your favorite locker room players in the roster right now? That is a loaded question. There's a lot. I would say the whole entire running back room. Josh Jacobs is really good with me. We kind of hit it off from the get-go. I think that's no secret. You look at Davante Adams. I love Davante Adams. He's another guy that I really, really love, maybe because we have barrier ties, but I love Davante Adams. He's probably one of the smartest players that I ever got to cover, and I've been covering the NFL media for over a decade, coming over from the 49ers. So he's a guy who, oh man, if you want to talk about, oh man, like I don't even know where to start with Davante Adams. The Raider Nation is so lucky at Davante Adams, not just from an on-field performance, but what he does out. I mean, the guy is just a true professional, both on and off the football field. I love Davante Adams. I love Tay a lot. Respect a hell of a lot of, man, this guy. You know, the first time I got to meet Tay was actually at the 49ers local pro day. And again, that was also closed off to the local media here for beat writers here in Las Vegas. But that was when I first got to get a glimpse of Davante Adams, was at the local pro day. He was there with Trent Baalke, and it was raining that day. I remember vividly seeing Davante Adams. He was basically there. I said what's up to him. He probably doesn't remember this. I'll ask him, but he probably doesn't remember. But no, he was a guy that we really got to see. He didn't practice at all. He didn't try out. He was just there, I think, on a kind of like on a visit, if you would say. And it was a local pro day, right? And so, because he's from East Palo Alto, even though he played at Fresno State. So really cool to see things come full circle. But Davante Adams is another one. Obviously, as I said, Josh Jacobs. I liked Jarrett Stidham. Love Jarrett Stidham. Wish my guy well. Jarrett, if you're watching, holler at your boy, man. Wish you well, man. Jarrett Stidham and me got. I'm gonna miss Jarrett a lot. Gosh, Kyle Pecco is another guy that I really, really loved. Who else is there? I like. Let's see. Going down the list, we'll stay on the offensive side. Quarterback, running backs, the whole running back room. Britton Brown, Zeus White, all good guys. Amir Abdullah, one of the smartest guys. Another one of the smartest guys I've ever met. I really love talking to him. And then you talk about guys like Brandon Bolt, the whole running back room, like Brandon Bolt, like he has me hooked on this Netflix. By the way, Brandon, how are you doing? Me and Brandon talk about Japanese anime all the time, and he got me hooked on Kiken Ashura, and I'm all cut up, Brandon. And you know, season 2 is about to pop off, so I'm really excited or season 3, I should say. Really excited for Keegan Nashura to come out. So he's a good one. Tight ends. Well, Darren Waller's not there, but he was always good to talk to. Offensive line is always great. Colton Miller's always great. Jermaine Illuminor is always great. Dylan Parham's always great. Alex Bars is always great. Andre James is always great. So those guys are all great. of course, Max Crosby. All those guys are just everyone. Like I can name everyone. There's really the one guy who's really tough to crack. Just be honest, is Jerry Tillery. Like I don't think I ever got to interview Jerry Tillery. And that's not because I didn't have the opportunity to do so. We did. But then a lot of times he's like, oh, I'm going in the shower, and then goes in the shower. And it's like, oh, man. Then and then by the time we get a chance to interview him, usually there's a crowd of people because it's like, man, it's when he talks, it's rare. So, yeah, I mean, it's more so like everyone is open. And the Raiders PR does a really good job at that. So hats off to the Raiders PR for giving us the access. The locker room access, the locker room pulse interviews that you guys all come to love. We have 30 people watching right now. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what I bring to the table in terms of the silver and black content. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Smash the like button if you guys are just tuning in, and we're going to get started. All right, so let's talk about the Bill Walsh Diversity Fellowship Program. So it was a program developed at basically raising the awareness of hiring minority coaches. All right, I think that's a problem in the NFL. I think my mentor, Jim Trotter, you guys know Jim Trotter, who used to work for NFL Network, used to work for ESPN, used to work for Sports Illustrated, now is with The Athletic, right, as a national writer. So I think, who, by the way, was named the Bill Nunn Award. All right, so he's a Bill Nunn Award winner for the Pro Football Writers Association, which I have a vote because I'm a member of the Pro Football Writers Association. So that's a huge prestigious award. Hats off to Jim Trotter. My guy JT, talked to him a little bit today and congratulating him on his accomplishments, and he replies to me #Beastly. So Jim is one of my mentors. I wouldn't be in the position I am today without first Jim Trotter. And I truly mean that, because he taught me so much just to be myself. Don't worry about what others think. Don't worry about what others are doing. And always stay true to yourself and do what you think is right. And, have the mindset to just do what you feel is right. Like if it's right to you, do it, and carve out your own niche. And you guys can kind of see my flavor that I carve out my own niche. I do things are very unconventional, and it really raises eyebrows because people are not used to doing or seeing things that are different, but still getting the work in. And if not, a lot of times it's more efficient than the traditional ways of doing things. Not saying it's worse or better, right? Never saying it's better or worse. It's just different. So again, hats off to Jim Trotter, but it goes back to diversity, right? The Bill Walsh Diversity Fellowship Program, if you guys haven't heard the news yet, they have added, if you guys look on my community page on YouTube, I talked about this. All right, put up a post, put up a little graphic on exactly who was signed to the Raiders and what they mean going forward. So Torrey Gill is going to be assigned to the offense. Jamie Sharper, you guys might have heard of him if you're as old as me, because I'm old. He played for the Baltimore Ravens during that Super Bowl run, with Tony Saragusa, obviously Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. You guys already know the defensive front seven. I mean, he played alongside Trent Dilfer, Jamal Lewis. And so you guys know the guys that he played with on that Baltimore defense. That was, arguably the best defensive NFL history. So Jamie Sharper, he's on board. He also he's be coaching the defense. Troy Vincent Jr., if you remember, his dad is senior, right? Troy Vincent Sr. played for the Eagles and now is one of the NFL execs. He is now on staff covering the defense. And then you also have Matt Willis, who is the special teams. So he'll be helping out Coach McMahon in some capacity, shape, or form. All right. So again, let's go start with Torrey Gill. All right. So he's going to be coaching the offense. And again, he was a offensive graduate assistant at Oregon State, previously coaching 2 seasons at New Mexico State, from 2021 to 2022. All right, so he served as a graduate assistant working with the wide receivers prior to New Mexico State. He was the pass game coordinator of the wide receivers at a Division III college called Whittier College from 2019 to 2021. So again, I do a lot of research on these things. And again, it's crazy, right? Like I didn't have much time to if I really want to dive deep and take a deeper dive on this, I would actually go to some of these players, look up some of these players, find them, get interviews from them, have them on the show. But this is this was just announced earlier today. I was at the gym. I was like, what? I'm not going to have the bandwidth to go ahead and squeeze someone in at this time. But that's what Torrey Gill is. All right. So just a little background, Torrey Gill, and what he brings to the table. Now, Jamie Sharper, right? Here's the guy who's going to be coaching the defense, right? He in his first season, I believe he coached the special teams coordinator and the linebackers coach for the XFL. So again, the XFL, people, it's the XFL, blah, blah, blah. You look, he was the XFL special teams coordinator and the linebackers coach for DC, the DC Defenders. And so, I mean, that is so cool in my opinion, because I think a lot of times some of these players or some of these coaches fall through the cracks for whatever the case may be, not because they're not talented or they're not deserving enough. It's just because they haven't had the opportunity. There's only so many jobs to go around the NFL. So why not have kind of like, I look at the XFL kind of like a farm league, right? Like it's a farm system for a stepping stone into the NFL. And I think that's very, very good. I really loved NFL Europe because NFL Europe had coaches like Jim Tomsula, had a lot of good coaches and a lot of good players. Remember Jamal Robertson, who then came to the San Francisco 49ers, led the NFL in rushing during the preseason run, coming from the what was the name? The Rain Fire, I believe it was. He was a quarterback for the Rain Fire. A lot of good coaches. The Berlin Thunder were there. I'm just a football nut, like you guys can tell, right? The Frankfurt Galaxy. I used to watch all the Amsterdam Admirals. I miss those guys. I miss those teams. I really do. And now they're trying to bring it back, but I really miss NFL Europe. But then now that they have the XFL now led by The Rock, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, I think this is a great thing because now you're seeing these coaches who otherwise wouldn't be given an opportunity because they were never in the spotlight, right? So I think that's really cool for Jamie Sharper. And again, he served as the linebackers coach again and the defensive line coach for Georgetown, stemming from 2018 to 2022. All right, so again, he got his rise like a lot of players and coaches, right? Like when I was covering the 49ers, this guy by the name of Ron Stone, right? They called him Stoney or whatever the case may be. Ron Stone, Pro Bowl interior guard. He got his rise into the the coaching space, if you will, by coaching, at the local high school. So again, that's kind of how you see it trending nowadays, right? Like that's just how it goes these days. And again, high school, college, NFL, XFL, whatever the case may be, doesn't matter what your path is and how you got there. As long as you get there, if your work ethic shows and you're passionate about what you do and you're good at what you do, you're going to be, the cream always rises to the top. Like for me, like I did it very unconventional. I didn't go to school for journalism, right? I didn't work for a newspaper outlet. I was self-employed. I was a one-man show doing what I'm doing today. So just because of how you start doesn't necessarily dictate where you're going to finish. And again, it comes down to having the discipline, dedication, and determination, what I always call the 3 Ds when I go ahead and motivational speak at some of these schools back in the Bay Area is, look, if you have the 3 Ds, you'll be successful in anything you want to do. If you're determined to do something, you're going to get it done. If you're disciplined to get something done, you're going to get it done because you are disciplined, right? So same thing applies with the diversity fellowship program. Look, it doesn't matter where you start. You can start at middle school, right? And then go into high school. And then from high school, go into college. I mean, let's face it. It doesn't matter where you start these days. I mean, John Lynch had no GM background. And people were saying, oh, man, that's a horrible decision because they have John Lynch who's coming off from the press box. And he hasn't been no experience as a scout, nothing. I was like, look. And I wrote a huge article about it, over 3,000 word article about it on why I was defending John Lynch. And I defended John Lynch because I said, look, going back to my point, it doesn't matter where you start or how you got there. It's what your end goal is. And if John Lynch is well respected around NFL circles, that's half of the party. Because if they don't trust you, they're not going to buy into what you're doing. But I mean, it's John Lynch. You knew what you were getting. Did a lot of research on John Lynch. Wrote the article. I said, look, I came from an unconventional path. John Lynch is coming from an unconventional path. So it'd be unfair for me to say, hey, look, yeah, you're right. He has no experience. So he shouldn't be the 49ers GM taking over Trent Baalke. What are we doing? I'd be a hypocrite. So in today's NFL, it doesn't matter the traditional way. It matters more so how determined, disciplined, and dedicated you are to kind of fine tune your craft, right? And so that's why I think in today's NFL, it's a lot different than what it was in the 70s and the 80s and even the 90s. So again, we talk about Jamie Sharper. You have Vincent Jr. there again, Troy Vincent Jr. He enters his first season as the director of recruiting and scouting at Central Carlton in Georgia. It was a high school back in 2023. And so he's been doing that. And then he was also the defensive pass game coordinator at Paulding County, Georgia, high school from 2021 to 2022. So again, he comes from a great background because his dad is the vice president of football operations, and his name is Troy Vincent. I love Troy Vincent. In fact, I got to know Troy Vincent on a personal level. Let's put this back now. We got some comments coming in. Again, we've been on for 30 minutes and 22 seconds. If you guys like the fire that I bring to the table on the daily, and you guys love my passion that I bring to the Raider Nation, give this video a thumbs up and smash that like button. And you can also follow me on Instagram. Yes, at BEASTwriter. Absolutely. Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate it. All right. Jorge says, what's good, B Salutes? What's going on, host? Jorge, how you doing? Shay says, I am subbed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's the first time you commented. I really appreciate it, Shay. And spread the word to all the Raider Nation. Look, we're all about the good vibes only, and good vibes are honest vibes. And again, I put in a lot of work to form my analysis, right? You're going to talk about things that no one really wants to. Who wants to talk about this right now? They'd rather be watching the Eastern Conference Finals. I like to grind. Not throwing shade at anyone. I'm just saying I like to put in that work because for me, when I go to training camp, I'll be looking at these guys and seeing how they coach up these players. You know why? Because who else did I do that with? Oh, yeah, my good friend Andre Carter. No one is exempt for the beast analysis when I watch coaching. me and Andre Carter, you guys know who he is. We came on here and he was like, man, dude, you were like on me. I was like, bro, I want to make sure you know what you're doing. I was joking with him. Like, okay, cool story. You know more than him. I was joking, obviously, but no, I like football. I love football. And I like how it's the little things a lot of times that add up to big gains. So again, the attention to detail is very, very important in the game of life, right? Forget football, forget basketball, forget baseball, whatever. Attention to detail in the game of life is just as important. So I take that aspect every single day that I wake up in the morning, and the attention to detail of understanding the nuances of what they're being taught. Because you guys got to remember, these coaches coming in, they have to teach the proper techniques. So they may be coming in not knowing what the scheme fit is or anything like that, but they're going to give them the principal foundation of teaching a certain technique. Like, how do you come off your stem? Like, are you getting too high? Are you getting too low? How's your back pedal looking? All right. How do you set them up in their mind muscle connection when they warm up? Right. You all see the stretching periods that I post. Like, okay, they're stretching. Cool story. Okay. They're doing the karaoke drill. Okay. Cool story. All right. But then aside from that, what are they doing to kind of get the mind muscle connection to when now they're working on their individual one-on-ones? What kind of drills are they running? Right. Because Brett Maxey from the 49ers, who the DB coach, always had him line up on the sideline, who, by the way, his son is now a scout for the Las Vegas Raiders. So again, in order to have this parameters of what I'm talking about when it comes to the 4 coaches that were added to the Bill Walsh Diversity Fellowship Program, you have to know the dynamics of the other 31 other NFL teams. And that's why I am very, very keen on doing the minute details and learning about every single person who's been added, right? This is all great news. Like, leaving no stone unturned, you're not going to find that here, right? Like, there's not going to be a stone left unturned. Like, we're doing our due diligence right now. That's what we're doing. Raider Chris is beast. Salute fam, salute nation. How's everyone doing tonight? Everyone's doing great. How are you doing, Raider Kush? All right, so here we go. All right, so we just talked about Troy Vincent, talked about Willis, talked about Jamie Sharper, talked about Gill. So again, what do we have going on besides this, right? So Matt Willis, again, he's going to be coaching the special teams, but he played wide receiver. So that's the guy you see on the thumbnail. He played for the Denver Broncos, played for the Baltimore Ravens from 2007 to 2008. And then from 2008 to 2012, finished his career with the with the Denver Broncos. And then in 2013, finished his career with the Detroit Lions. All right. So he played 2 seasons at UCLA, go Bruins. And he also competed in the track and field team. So this guy is very good. And he is no stranger to being part of the Bill Walsh Diversity Program. He did it back again in 2017 and 2018 with the Chicago Bears. All right. So again, you really have to know the dynamics of these guys who are coming in. All right. So here we go. Raider Bo says, let's go, Beast. What's going on, man? How are you doing today? Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. MS says, should Tyree have more playing time than Chandler this year if necessary? Yeah, absolutely. Look, the way I coached my players is this. I don't care if you're a senior, junior, sophomore, freshman. The best players will play. Now, that's why I personally butt heads with my high school coach, because again, the story that I told you was he only kept five juniors on the varsity team, and he said, "Oh, because seniors deserve to play it's their time." I'm like, "Nah, man. Like, I'm better than the ones and twos. Like, why am I? Well, actually, I was a two, but I'm better than the ones. Why are you playing the ones? Like, literally in practice, literally, he got so upset because I was killing the drills in practice." And he's like, "Stop, knock it off." Like, what, knock off what? Like, you want me to get like trapped? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. Literally got upset. And that's like, "Why don't you play me?" And he was just a bad coach. I'm coachable. I was the team captain. It was just a bad coach. And that's why I transferred my senior year. But no, coaches put the players in the best position to make plays. There's talk about all three being on the field at the same time. I can see that. I mean, I can see Chandler Jones rushing off the edge. I can see Max Crosby rushing off the edge. I can see Tyree Wilson kind of using a tackle and stunt in some way, shape, or form. A stunt or a twist to kind of mirror the two. But at the end of the day, I think in a base defense, I want to see this guy in base. Like, I want to see how he does his base, because in my grading system, he struggled in base. In my grade is this now to each their own, but in my grading system, he struggled in base. I want to see how he does in base, not so much as a pass rush guy. And he does have to work on his technique, because let's face it, he has to take advantage of that 35 and 5/8 arm length. And if you were to ask me if he has violent hands, does he know how to use his hands with good hand placement? I would say no right now, based on film. He doesn't. Now, is that going to change? Hopefully. I already made a bold prediction that the dude's going to have 10 plus sacks this year. So, Tyree Wilson, I'm on your side. Let's get it done. I have faith in you, Tyree Wilson. All right. Phil Romero says, we've been on 37 minutes and 6 seconds. If you guys want to support your boy here on YouTube, you guys can send me a super chat or super sticker. And again, it will help these live streams a lot and help motivate me to keep pushing these forward. Otherwise, 26 people watching right now, give this video a thumbs up if you like what I have to bring on the daily when it comes to silver and black content, as well as do me a solid right now in the description box below. How many of you guys are on YouTube? How many of you guys are on Facebook? How many of you guys on Instagram? And how many of you guys on Twitter? Find me at BEASTwriter. All right. Find me at BEASTwriter. All right. There you go. It's right here for you. I don't just put it here for no reason. At BEASTwriter. You guys can follow me on all social media platforms at BEASTwriter. People ask me, how do you find me? At BEASTwriter. Are you on Instagram? Yes. At BEASTwriter. Are you on TikTok? Yes. At BEASTwriter. Are you on Twitch? Yes. At BEASTwriter. Are you on OnlyFans? Yes, at BeastWriter. I'm joking. I'm not on OnlyFans. Although people have told me to get on OnlyFans. I'm not joking. Literally, people told me to get on OnlyFans. I say, nah, I'm not about that life. No offense to anyone if you're on it. Not judging. You can make good money off of it. That's just not that's not my flavor. But then people are like, no, man, it doesn't have to be about that life. It could be about sports. I'm like, OnlyFans for sports. I don't know if they're joking, but literally people are telling me you should start an OnlyFans for sports. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, it's like Patreon. I'm like Patreon. Okay. I think I'm cool. I'm going to stick to YouTube right now. Oh my gosh. Raider Chris says, B, salute fam, salute nation. How's everyone doing tonight? Raiders Pinoy says, who's going to be a sleeper on the D line this year? Neil Farrell. Not too many people are talking about my boy, Neil Farrell. That boy going to eat. Don't be surprised if Matthew Butler eats. I think these guys are hungry to prove doubters wrong. Look, if there's not, I'm telling you right now, I think Neil Farrell and Matthew Butler are two guys that can't be overlooked. I'm telling you guys. Look, you don't trade up 2 5th-round picks to move up in the 4th round for a guy who's going to ride the pine in year 2 if you didn't see potential in him coming out of the SEC and Neil Farrell. And then you don't use the shotgun approach in the 5th round to draft Matthew Butler out of Tennessee, who's also a SEC power. Come on. I think they brought in Byron Young and Nessa Jade Silvera to push those two guys because they want one of those guys to be a starter next to Ball Nichols. I ultimately think that's the truth. And the iron sharpened iron mentality, that's how you want to run things. But again, best players to play. I like Byron Young too. He could definitely be a starter. In fact, if you were to ask me who's more disciplined and run fit integrity right now, I would say Byron Young. That's why they drafted him at number 70 overall out of Alabama. How do I do this off the top of my head? A, leaving no stone unturned. Let me write this down. Phil Murr says Al Davis was a pioneer for diversity. Yep, absolutely. Raider Kush says, my muscle connection. That's why I rock with you, bro. Hey, man, I'm all about that life, bro. That's what I'm saying. Bodybuilding, strength and conditioning, coaching. I mean, I see the game from a different lens because I'm in the game. I think it's good to also have some of my best friends who are coaches too. And then when it comes to strength and conditioning, I can coach them on that. And just talking about one of my good buddies, he just got promoted at UTEP as the defensive coordinator. All right, so here we go. Larry Flem says, "What's up, Beast? Happy to be here to glean from the information that you're sharing with us, man. I'm happy to see you, Larry." All right, 30 people watching right now. Let's see how many likes we have, and let's get these likes up a little bit. If you're just tuning in, get the likes up. We have 43 likes right now here on YouTube. Let's get those likes up a little bit before we go ahead and continue. Just going to be kind of getting to your comments right now. A guy called Ed's in the house. Sub Beast at the gym right now, failing at getting gains. Oh, yeah, go Niners. A guy called Ed, again, we have Niner fans in here who still religiously follow me because they know the fire that I bring to the table. It doesn't matter if we're covering the Niners, Steelers, Reds. Oh, why do you want to say it? Commanders, Panthers, Falcons, Raiders. We talk all football. All right. Raiders Purnoy says, how is Neil's weight? Has he got under control? To be honest with you, I haven't talked to Neil. I know when I talked to Dre, Andre Carter, he hasn't talked to Neil in a while. That is something that that's been reported. I don't know who leaked that information or if it's even true. My thinking is I'll let you know once training camp starts, and I'll let you know exactly how much weight he dropped based on the eye test. Because again, this is what I do, right? I literally can look at somebody and I know exactly how much they weigh. I get it down to like 2 or 3 pounds. So I'll let you guys know. It's what I do. Larry Flame says, please rank the defensive line from first to last if time permits. Once training camp rolls around, I'll rank it. It's hard to rank right now without doing the due diligence on that. Raiders Porno says, Deuce Gruden still in strength and conditioning for the Raiders. Yes, as far as I know, he is, along with AJ Nebel and, of course, Anthony Batista, or Coach Batista, I should say. Ritter Kush says, D-Menace, salute Devil Dog. All right. So again, we've been on for 43 minutes and 39 seconds. If you guys like to support the channel through a super chat or a super sticker, you guys can do that. Or if you're watching the replay and you'd like to support through a super thanks, like Mika from Germany, again, he sent me 2 more from Germany. I get notifications all the time from Mika Germany on the replay. Thank you so much, Mika Germany. Also, Koa Yoshida. If you guys want to send me a Venmo donation like Koa Yoshida does, he dropped a $20 Venmo donation in the description box below. You guys can do that. It's official. Yes, where can you find your Venmo? At BEASTwriter. That's my Venmo, at BEASTwriter. Shout out to Koa Yoshida for last night's live stream and donating a $20 Venmo donation. I really, really appreciate it. You've been sending me those quite often. Thank you so much, Koa Yoshida. Thank you so much, Mika from Germany, for sending me multiple super thanks all the way from Germany. And supporting here the DOB. If you guys want to support like those guys, please do so. You guys can send me a super chat or a super sticker here on YouTube as well. And then again, if you're watching the replay, you can send me a super thanks like Mika from Germany always does. All right. Lefarious Monster says, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes in here. We've been on for 44 minutes and 49 seconds right now. And again, I like pushing these live streams. And again, please like the video so it'd be pushed as a recommended video. If you guys can't support through a super chat or super sticker, no one has done that yet. You guys can support me in other ways, a like and rewatching all my videos. Because it kills two birds with one stone by watching all my videos. One, it makes me money in the short term, right? So the instant gratification is it makes me money because I get paid based off watched hours. So again, if you have missed a live stream, if you missed a video, if you missed a short, everything's on playlist. So again, if you guys really want to help me grow, watch the videos. I mean, that makes me money. So when time is money, money is time. Please watch the videos. Also, do me a solid. And the other way that it works is by doing that, it'll be pushed as a recommended video because then it's going to show to YouTube like, hey, man, BEASTwriter subscribers at Beast Nation are watching all the videos that happened like 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 1 week ago. So let's push those videos because obviously they're still getting traction. You see how this works? So again, we want to grow. And if you can't donate money or you can't donate, donate your time, right? Donate your time, donate a like. That's free, right? Like all my videos. And I get all the notifications. I mean, I don't sleep till 3 a.m. every morning. So you guys already know how we do. And I respond to every single comment. So that's kind of how it works, right? If you guys want me pushing this content for you guys got to help me out at the same time. We have 46 likes right now. Let's get those likes up if you guys are just tuning in. And if you're one of those content stealers, please like the video as well. We have 30 people watching right now. Larry Fleming says, I'm hoping that since Neil is hungry, he has kept the weight under control. Yeah, I hope so too. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. All right, if you guys want to support, smash the like button, and then let's get those likes up a little bit, and then we'll get going. We have 49 likes right now. I know there's a few of you have not liked the channel yet or liked the live stream, so go ahead and do that. Also, since we're on this, subscribe to the YouTube channel, right? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If my mods in here can put up my YouTube channel again, let's start pushing that every like 15 minutes so people can see and know where to find me, and they can just straight subscribe based on the link. So again, if you guys have yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so. I'll go ahead and post it myself as well. You guys can subscribe to me just by going and doing that. Since I'm on here, why can't I do it? I'll do it myself. All right, so I put up my YouTube right there. You guys can go ahead and subscribe. Well, actually, it doesn't work. How come it doesn't work like that? Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, it does work. You guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I just posted the link right there for you. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and it really helps us a lot. Clark Arroyo says, do you think Wilson starts? I actually, again, I already covered this. So again, watch my previous live streams. There is, I mean, we put up 3 live streams on Tyree Wilson and if he's going to start or not, what the positional fit is in based on his rookie season, what the expectations are in his rookie year as he comes off a Lisfranc injury. So all that, again, Clark, mahalo for tuning in. Be sure to watch all those live streams. I already talked about that, so I don't want to rehash old news. If you're new to following here, again, the way you're going to help support me here in the DLB is watching all those videos. And a lot of times when you guys have answers or questions, I have answers and answered them already. So again, I put a lot of time and effort into making these live streams. So be sure to check those ones out. And again, you only have 24 hours in a day to follow who you want to follow. Hopefully you guys follow me as your number one source of intel from a beat writer perspective. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get to some of your questions. But no, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Clark Arroyo. But I did go ahead. You know what? If you go back in my live streams, it's all dedicated in playlists. So again, if you're new to following me and just heard about us here in the DOB or heard about me, be sure to hit the subscribe button and then watch all the videos, right? Watch all the videos and every video that you can find. If you're coming home from work and it's like, oh man, this live stream was before the draft. The Beast receipts, do they check out? Go watch it. You'll find out. Clark Arroyo says, I'm new. Well, welcome to the aloha to the DLB family. You're part of the Beast Nation. So yeah, So for anyone that's new, when we're getting followers every single day, we're getting subscribers every single day. We're getting DOB fam, and you're considered family. Once you're in here as a subscriber, you're in here then DOB family. Clark, so welcome. Yeah, I would like for you to watch all my videos, and that way you'll see what I had to say, and look at the dates that I posted this stuff, and then I think you're gonna see other people posted stuff after what I said, and then now you're gonna be like, oh, Beast was the source of this information. That's why in here, everybody knows the whole hashtag let me write this down movement is on full swing, because let me write this down. There's people watching it, don't want to give credit where credit is due. Psycho Jackal says, what's up, my dude? Do you like the quarterback we drafted? I'll be honest with you. In real time in the Beast Receipts, I already talked about Aiden O'Connell again on previous live streams. But yeah, I mean, since you're in here, yeah, we can rehash that. But again, you guys are gonna want to watch all my other live streams. We covered it already. But again, D-Manis, thank you so much. He put the 4th and Goal live playlist. So you can, there's so many different playlists here that we talk. We literally cover a lot of ground on one live stream, right? And again, you will not find anything like us. Like, that's not throwing shit at anyone. I'm just guaranteeing it. Like, you will never find anyone like us. Like, go out there and see if anyone can beat the Beast perspective. Different flavor, but that's not a bad thing. Beast Receipts checkout. So yeah, there's playlists for you. Carlos Arroyo, Psycho Jackal, there's actually playlists for you. So again, I actually spent the entire weekend 2 weeks ago dedicating every single video in a playlist, and we have over 800 videos. All right, so you pick your poison, which one you want to watch. It's all broken down for you. So again, when it comes to Tyree Wilson, if he's going to start, if he's not going to start, just all you have to do is type in Tyree Wilson, BEASTwriter. Stuff should start popping up, or go look at the playlist and then look at the thumbnails, look at the description of the video, and you guys will see everything I have to say. But yeah, everyone that brings up Tyree Wilson, who's new, we already covered it before anyone else, because I covered Tyree Wilson, covered the game grades on him and what he brought to the table, and my thoughts on Tyree Wilson if he was to be drafted by the Raiders at number 7. All right, and then yeah, so here's another playlist that my guy DMS is putting up, the Blitz pickup. Look, there's so many playlists I have for you guys, and the reason why I make these playlists is so you guys can kind of see what I had to say in real time and cross check that to hindsight. Also, if you're new to following me, you're gonna want to go back and cross check, because am I worthy of a sub? Right? The first thing that you always think, and I'm guilty of doing this too, is like, is this channel worth a sub? And flipping on that bell notification, because if it's not, I'm not going to sub to the channel. How would you know whether I'm bringing curated content, exclusive content that's of value? Well, you're going to have to cross-check what I said in real time to hindsight, right? So go back in real time and see what I had to say. You have to go back a little bit and be like, hey, does Beast Receipts check out? What's a Beast Receipt? It's putting my analysis on the line in real time and cross-checking that off in hindsight. Can't say I said it. Can't say I didn't say it. It's all up there for you. So that's why I know, and I'm not afraid to put my balls on the line when I make these predictions, because truth be told, they turned out pretty hot. I mean, when everyone was talking about defense at number 7, what I say? Offensive tackle. What I say? Paris Johnson or Peter Skoronski? I was the only and first one to say that. And then what happened? Peter King goes in that war room and said they were going to draft Paris Johnson at number 7. There goes the Raiders starting right tackle. His words, not mine. And he was in the war room. Talked to a few other people. They said that was the choice. So here we are. All right. So again, Larry Flynn says, I'm playing all 78 lists first. There you go. A lot of lists. We got a lot of lists. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Psycho Jackal says, kick that D-Menace spammer out. He's not a spammer, bro. He's actually my mod. So we're just telling you, Psycho Jackal, that basically we have playlists for you. So when you ask when you ask about the quarterback we drafted on Aiden O'Connell, we covered that in the pre-draft process. But I'm not that high on Aiden O'Connell. Like, I wasn't that high when I covered him at the East-West Shrine game. And so again, I told you guys, the Beast Receipts do not check out when it comes to quarterback evaluation. So don't take my word for it, because I suck at evaluating quarterbacks. So I'm not going to do that. But I didn't see anything that was special about Aiden O'Connell. That's my thing. That's just my thing, my guy. So, Psycho Jax is my bad. All good, man. No, DMS is my guy, man. He's my mod. He's the one that keeps everyone in line. He's one of my what do you call it? Enforcers. Clark Oreo says, I love the tape on McClendon Curtis. To be honest with you, I haven't watched tape on McClendon. DMS says, you good, Psycho. Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Good vibes only in here. We're all about good vibes, bro. Jordan A. Raider Force says, Salute Beast question. What's your prediction on a position group that will be surprisingly good this season? Jordan A. Raider for Life, thank you so much. This is your first time that you engage with us on this platform. If you want to support through a super chat or super sticker, please do so. We've been on for almost an hour, 55 minutes and 40 seconds of just talking straight beast knowledge off the top of my freaking head to hop on this live stream. So if you guys like the fire that I bring to the table, still looking for our first super chat or super sticker, and we've been on for almost an hour. And I'm more than happy to ask a question or answer your questions, but please send me a super chat or super sticker. I'll get to those first, and I'll get to the other one second. But obviously, I will answer everyone at the end of the day. Look, you guys like my knowledge? If you guys like my knowledge, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. And right now, I'm going to look at the likes. That is free 99, and we should have a lot more likes than 53 likes right now. Let's get those likes up. We've been on for almost an hour. There's no way that we should only have 53 likes on this live stream. 33 people watching right now. Oh, man. People are talking about players that actually don't matter to me. Like, are we going to pick up Kyle Van Noy? Are we going to go after and Clark Arroyo? You know why I get these same questions? If you're not hearing it from me, odds are it's not going to happen. That's why people follow me, because there's no clickbait involved. Look, if I talk about it, it's of interest. If I don't talk about it, odds are it's not going to happen. Now watch it happen. The Beast Receipts, check out on that. That's why I say I only have 24 hours to do what I need to do, right? I bodybuild. For those who don't know, since you're new, I bodybuild. I work out for 46 hours a day. I personal train. I online coach. I'm also Raiders beat writer as my 9 to 5, and I put in 60 to 70 hours of game film study when it comes to covering all 32 NFL teams as it pertains to the team I'm exclusively covering as a beat writer, the Silver and Black. All right. So again, there's a lot of legwork involved. I only have 24 hours in a day to do what I want to do. So if I don't talk about something, it's a non-issue. Like other content creators or content stealers or whatever the case may be, in this case, they're content creators, because I'm not saying Kyle Van Noy. But yeah, I mean, people were talking about James Bradbury. I was like, no, I'm not even going to talk about that. I value your time just as much as I value my time. So if I'm not talking about it, it's a non-issue. Now watch it happen. No, but the Beast Receipts check out more times than not. I mean, everyone in here, the DLB, I know you're new, Clark Arroyo, so I'm just giving you the lowdown on what we're about here in the DLB. Look, you choose to follow who you want to follow. You can, if you like the clickbait material type of people, like, oh, this guy's bad, or this guy's going to be good, or the content stealers who say stuff after I say it, by all means, go follow them. But I'm all about the good vibes only, and good vibes are honest vibes, and putting out the most accurate information that I can from a beat writer perspective, because I cover the team as my 9 to 5 at Raiders headquarters. And thank you so much, Psycho. We got our first super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm so happy. I'm knocking things off. Wow, we've been on for an hour now. And thank you so much, Psycho Jacko. It says, do you like Mark Davis as an owner? Well, I never met Mr. Davis as an owner yet. Believe it or not, I plan on doing that sometime. Hopefully I get the opportunity to do so. I heard nothing but good things about Mr. Davis. So I would say, yeah. I mean, he allows me to be there. So what am I going to say? No? No, Psycho Jacko. Honestly, I heard nothing but good things about Mr. Davis. So I would say yes, truthfully. But I never got to meet him yet. So I'm very excited to meet Mr. Davis. I heard he's a good guy. I heard he's a really good guy. Jack Kenna says, Raiders not picking up a linebacker up until after the team cuts after June 1. Yeah, you know why? Because we talked about this, Jack, yesterday. We talked about the Hunter Renfrow dynamic 3 days ago. The Hunter Renfrow trade dynamic, when I said, you heard it here first in the DOB. I know, because Jack, you're in here, right? What I say, June 1 post designation. Why? I broke down the parameters as to the why behind the what. on Hunter Renfrow being traded after June 1 with the June 1 designation and how that would affect the salary cap if they were to strike a deal for Quinnen Williams, right? Broke that down 3 days ago. So, yeah, we covered all this, man. We covered all this. Jack Kenna, thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate it, my guy. Now other people are starting to say, oh, yeah, June 1 designation, Hunter Renfrow. Raiders said, if Renfrow stays, would he finally pick up McDaniel's route tree? Hey, we did. Now, is he going to be there? We talked about the Hunter Renfrow trade 3 days ago. Again, catch up on all my live streams if you have yet to do so. Again, we covered a lot of ground. So, again, you only have 24 hours to follow who you want to follow, whether it be a beat writer, whether it be a content curator, or whether it be a content stealer. You only have 24 hours. I hope you choose to follow this one because we covered this. The Beast Receipts checkout, and we talked about this 4 days ago. Oh, man. We covered this. But to get to the route tree, I don't know. Is he going to be on the team? That's a question, Raiders Pinoy. Is he going to be on the team? Oh, man. We don't know. Federo Music says, what up, Beast Nation? How you doing? What's going on, man? How you doing? How you been? Egalitarian says, what's up, Beast? What's going on? Egalitarian 207 in the house. I see you. Jack Kenna. I love Jack. Jack's a good guy. But Jack, hey, man, you got to catch up on my live streams, my guy. Because we talked about the June 1 designation 3 days ago, which means I know you didn't catch the live stream on the Quinnen Williams one. And if you did, then you may have been sidetracked or something, but we actually broke that down in great detail. So if someone can put up that for him, Fleming says, regurgitation nation, LOL. And you already know, man. Like, it's stupid. Like, you don't think people are going to pick up on this crap? Come on. Oh, we don't want to. No, you're the one in the wrong, not me. I'm staying in my own lane. I'm creating my own path. You're just trying to switch lanes without turning on your signal and giving credit where credit is due. We already know how they do it. Arkham Raider says, salute Beast. Just got home from work. Let's talk some Raider football. Hey, how was work today? Relax. Kick back. You're in the DOB here on YouTube. That's what it's all about. A guy called Ed says, with the schedules coming out, do you have a video with your record predictions for the silver and black? How about my Niners? Yes, we talked about that. A guy called Ed, see, you want to know my analysis. See, you're coming to me for 49ers analysis, and I'm not even a 49ers beat writer anymore. But then again, you guys know how we do here in the DOB and how I did it with the 49ers because you know how good I am with the Beast Receipts and the predictions. You know a guy called Ed. See, the proof is in the pudding. We have people in here who follow me and are loyal followers like a guy called Ed because he knows what I bring to the table. When I talk, people listen because odds are it's going to come true. Just give credit where credit is due, right? Right? A guy called Ed would know this because he knows it happened with the Niners too. And they got caught and they were like, oh, and then they stopped. Right? It stopped. People need to stop with the silver and black. I'm just saying. People need to stop. But and you could that includes like content stealers, everything. That's what I'm talking about. But hey, when it comes to silver and black, I said 9 wins. 9 wins. That's what I said for the Niners. To be honest with you, I haven't checked out that schedule yet. I'll just be 100% transparent. But if you want that, send me a super chat and I'll go ahead and get that over to you. I'm joking. I'll get that over to you regardless, my guy. Yeah, you have to send me a super chat for me to respond to you. Get out of here with that. You have to send me money in order for me to respond. No. But it does help. I'm not going to lie. So again, we've been on for an hour and 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Shout out to the only super chat in here so far, which is Psycho Jackal. Thank you so much. He asked a question on, do I like Mark Davis as an owner? I don't know him personally, but I do like what he brings to the table. So to answer your question, the answer is yes. I love Mr. Davis. I like what he brings to the table. I like how he does things different. I like how he brings his own vibe. He doesn't, I like that. I love that. I respect the hell of a lot. Because he does things his way. And you don't care. Like, you don't like it? I don't care. Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't like the flavor? Okay. Go to another flavor. So I like what Mr. Davis is doing. Actually, I love it. Love it. Larry Fleming says, we got to get the likes up on the playlist. Yeah, let's do that too. I made playlists for you guys. And again, like the playlist. It's up on the community page. I put it up everywhere for you guys. I put in a lot of work and effort. Like, literally, you guys know, because I respond to you guys at 3:30 a.m., sometimes 4:30 a.m. That means I'm up, right? That I ain't go to sleep yet. And you guys can just tell. So again, if you guys like the vibe that I bring here on YouTube when it comes to the dark side of BEASTwriter and putting out this work that you won't find anywhere else, but here on this YouTube channel, here in the DOB in Beast Nation, give this video a thumbs up, spread the word to all the family and friends, and tell them, look, you want the source of the content? You got to go to BEASTwriter. You have, like, why would you not? Because we talk about household names who are non-factors, right? James Bradbury, non-factor. Patrick Queen. Have you ever heard me talk about Patrick Queen in here? Non-factor, in my opinion, right? But we talk about Quinn Williams. Why? Because it created a perfect storm. I broke it down brick by brick as to the layers. Why? And the parameters versus the instant gratification versus long-term gains. Look, I've been doing this for a while, right? Not saying it's going to come true, but there is proof in the pudding. More times than not. Larry Fleming says, I'm working on it, fam. Hey, yeah, thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it. Larry Fleming, you're awesome. And I like your dog, by the way. That's a poodle, right? A guy called Ed says, who is your favorite Raider? Me first, Jerry Rice. I was so upset when Jerry Rice left the 49ers and went to the Raiders because you guys know I coming from the 49ers. I was a 49er fan growing up, had front row season tickets thanks to my parents over at Candlestick in lower box section 14, row 1, seats 1 and 2. I was so upset because I knew I was like, out of all the teams, you went to the Raiders like crazy. And that's the same thing that 49er fans and you guys who are Niner fans hate. Right? It's the same thing. It's like, oh man, BEASTwriter could have went to any team. He chose the Raiders. It's like, yeah, man, I'm joining the dark side. I love it. And again, if I were to do it all again, I wouldn't switch a dang thing. I'll let you know right now. I love the silver, but hey, that's not to say I don't love the Niners just as much. I love the Niner fans just as much. I love all my fans and followers and supporters. You guys are awesome. Arkham says, work was busy, Beast, but I welcome the challenge. Beast, you definitely know about that daily grind. Yeah, absolutely, man. And I think, the funny thing about it is people think it's easy when I come on and hop on a live stream and talk for an hour and 7 minutes. Look, let's be honest about this. I'm not talking BS. I'm talking straight factual information from the top of my head. Like, there's nothing in front of me right now. Right? There's nothing in front of me right now. So that's all I got to say about that. Crazy. Mark Martinez's favorite player is Ted Hendricks. Jack Hanna says, Beast, tell Raider, Ray, and Pharaoh for OG Daniels. Who's OG Daniels? Worried about him, just got out of the VA hospital. Who's OG Daniels? I don't know who OG Daniels is. This sounds kind of serious. Alfredo says, but let me know what's going on. Who's OG Daniels? Alfredo says, you were destined to be a Raiders beast. Hey, man. I think, yeah, joining the dark side, it is your destiny. And I think that's cool. That's what DOB stands for. People want to say what DOB stands for, and some people throw shades. Oh, it's date of birth. No, man, it's Dark Side of BEASTwriter. DOB stands for Dark Side of BEASTwriter because I'm joining the dark side coming over from the 49ers. Hence, Dark Side of BEASTwriter. Hence, Dark Side of BEASTwriter. All right, we have Trevor Frey in here. Trevor, by the way, Trevor, I gave you a shout out. You're new to following us. I gave you a personal shout out, bro, on my video. I'm not sure if you caught that, Trevor, but there's a video of you with your quote to me on why you followed me, and you've been a fan for a very, very long time. Ted Hendricks, number 83, is also known as the Stork. That's when the Raiders were the best team in all professional sports. Trevor Frey, Trevor Frey is a diehard diehard Raider fan, and he's been a supporter here in the DOB. I think he's been a month now, a few weeks, definitely a few weeks, probably a month now. Good to see you, Trevor Frey, and Noah says, my first memory was Lester. Noah, thank you so much. This is your first time that you popped in here. Be sure to hit the subscribe button here on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel at BEASTwriter. I'll put it up again for you right now so you can subscribe to the channel, because I think it's important that you subscribe to the channel if you like what I bring to the table from a beat writer perspective, covering your silver and black. I'm just going to put this up on YouTube. Again, follow me if you guys have yet to follow me. The link is up for you guys on YouTube, and it's there for you guys. All right. So mahalo. And again, if your first member was Lester Hayes, you're in for a treat because I got to interview Lester Hayes. All right. Larry Fleming says Beast was a Raider camouflage as a 49ers beat writer. Yeah. Yeah. Arkham Raider says Khalil Mack, hope he retires as a Raider. Man, the Khalil Mack thing was ridiculous. Like, how can you get rid of Khalil Mack? Like, how? Like, what are we doing, Raider Nation? Like, how can you get rid of Khalil Mack and think everything's okay? And the funny thing is, in my first year covering the show with black, people are like, oh yeah, Khalil Mack is past his prime. Like, not when I run the grades. And they're like, oh, what do you know? You're coming from the Niners. That's all you cover. It's like, no, I have grades on all 32. I also have year-end voting rights for the Pro Football Writers Association. Time for my analysis on a day-to-day basis, watching 60, 70 hours of film per week. And then they tried to challenge me. Not you, but some people try to challenge me. And they're like, oh yeah, you have a grading system? Cool, tell me. Boom. Put up some stats in my grading system, told him exactly which games were good, which games he played bad in. The burden of proof now falls on you to prove me wrong. And they're like, oh, he actually did have grades. And they became loyal supporters. Oh, man. But yeah, thank you so much. Psycho Jackal, thank you so much for sending me a super chat. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to support me through a super chat like Psycho Jackal, or if you're watching the replay and want to support through a Venmo donation, or if you want to support me through a super thanks, if you're watching the replay, you guys can do so too. That also helps out. Mika from Germany, thank you so much. You always done that, and I really, really appreciate it. All right, I think I'm going to end this live stream today because at the end of the day, I got to go back for my other second workout. I would stay on a little bit longer, but again, I got things. There's only so many hours in a day. I choose to do want to do it the 24 hours. So again, I think we covered our bases here when it comes to the silver and black and the 4 coaches that were hired on in the Bill Walsh Diversity Fellowship Program. So again, if you guys want to follow me on social media, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, you guys can do that in the description box below. And if you guys want to also send me a Venmo donation, it's at BEASTwriter and it's in the description box below. Or if you guys want to send me a super thanks, if you're watching the replay, like Mika from Germany has always done. Thank you so much, Mika from Germany. You are a star in my book here in the DOB family and a lifesaver. You guys can do that in the description box below. And there's a heart icon. You guys can do that as well. So again, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it. Trevor Frey says, brother, I am so sorry. I had a couple of family issues. I have not been on any channel, and now I am there. And I saw your shout out. I just want to say thank you so much. Hey, man. Hopefully everything's okay with your family. First of all, that's the first thing that I want to say. So I'll be praying for whatever it is you got going on in your life. But I'm glad you're back, and I'm very, very happy that that you saw the video that I made for you. I think it's really important because I think, again, when I was on Raider Nation Radio just 2 days ago, Raiders.com, and we were talking about Tyree Wilson, we were talking about what I bring to the table from a beat writer perspective, being one of a hand-selected people chosen by the Raiders to cover their team as one of their own, as a recognized beat writer. I mean, that comes with a lot of responsibility, and coming over from the 49ers, it's not an easy transition. Just for transparency purposes, on the YouTube channel alone, we would be at 6,500 subscribers. However, 1,335 subscribers have fallen off since I covered the silver and black. So here on YouTube. So again, a lot of Niner fans have fallen off, but then the good news is we have more Raider Nation who came on and support here. So you're one of them. I'm happy that you're liking the vibe that I bring to the table, being a long time Raiders fan from back in the 60s and 70s. I mean, that is crazy. And so you would know, right? So you've been a fan for so long. And to hear words coming from someone like you, who has had a love and a passion about their team for so long, and for you to have those words for me, I thought that was one of those things I can always take with me to my grave. Because again, I'm so new to the silver and black. It's like a reverse startup. Having a startup in itself is hard, but having a reverse startup where you're losing followers, not gaining it. So for every one step back, I do take 2 steps forward because the nation is growing and gravitating. And then the Niner fans who are with me through it all are still going to stay by my side, like a guy called Ed. But at the end of the day, it's almost like this. Like, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But the fact that I'm joining the dark side of BEASTwriter right here on YouTube and doing it my way and doing it the way that I feel is the right way, and talking to the nation and giving you guys a platform, right? And that's the whole thing I talked about on Raiders.com, going back to Raiders.com a few days ago, is like, they're like, where can people find you? What are you about? Like, what am I about? I'm about giving back to the nation. That's what I'm about. Coming over from 49ers. That's what I did with the Niners. I always gave back, gave them a platform where they can talk and talk freely. As long as you're respectful, have integrity and loyal, and that's all the good vibes that encompass what I'm about. That's all there is. There's too much hate in this world. So I said at the end of the day, it's all about bridging the gap between being a beat writer, a recognized beat writer covering the Raiders, and then bridging the gap with the nation, and then bringing the two together. Because again, I may be the guy who was on the pedestal and here and whatnot and being in the spotlight, but you guys ultimately are the ones that make me who I am. So without you guys, it doesn't matter. So I want to give you guys the love and have you guys given a platform, and that's why I'm engaging with you. That's why I'm not asking for a super chat every single time. I'm not going to say, "Oh, I'm not going to answer this question unless you give me a super chat." Although I'm not going to sit here and lie and say those don't help, because this is my 9 to 5. And those will come in due time. But I think if you put out honest work and you do the right thing and you look out for the nation, I think at the end of the day, first and foremost, I think that's going to drive traffic to whatever it is we're trying to accomplish. And that's the home of the good vibes only here on the dark side of BEASTwriter. So hopefully we can get to 10K subscribers. So I'm asking for all your guys' help. Look, let's be honest about this. I put out work that no one else does, in the sense of my perspective and my flavor, right? That's why there's a lot of content stealers out there, because they wish they were doing what I do and had the brain that the beast mentality brings to the table. Unfortunately, they don't do that. They don't have it, right? So I don't even know where to start. It's another one of those things where if I didn't, I don't know how to say this without saying it, but time is money and money is time. So I invest where I want to put my time. And again, I want my time is dedicated so much on the social media engagement side of it that people lose track of what's really important, right? Like, what's important in growing and bridging the Raider Nation community here in Las Vegas specifically, right? Because let's be honest about it. Like, this is a transplant city, right? So it's a transient city. It's a transient state. So like, there's people coming in and out. So you have Pittsburgh Steelers fans, Packers fans, Niner fans, Cowboys fans, right? And then you have Raiders fans sprinkled in, right? Let's just be honest about that. So my job is growing the engagement here in Las Vegas, because I'm living here permanently now. So how can I get these youngins to gravitate toward the team that they were rooting for growing up and into the DOB? You know what's working? My bodybuilding grind, because they follow me here on YouTube. They follow me on Instagram. They follow me on Twitter, because they want to know, hey, what's your next workout? It doesn't matter what fan you are. If you want to get big and want to get swole and want to know about bodybuilding gains and possibly competing in the NPC IFBB Pro League, I got you covered. So by them, they're slowly transitioning into becoming friends of, or fans, I should say, of the nation, because they tell me at EOS, they're like, oh man, like, I was a Packers fan, but I don't even watch like Packers stuff. I just watch what you have to say at the press conferences. There's guys at Bishop Gorman. There's guys at Liberty High School. They're all telling me that, like, dude, the questions you ask, my coach said you have some really good questions. Like, it's just hearing that stuff is just makes it worthwhile. And so that's what I'm saying is, like, at the end of the day, the vibe we bring here is a lot different than anywhere else. And coming from the 49ers is the same exact blueprint, right? The blueprint's always been laid out. And that's why in order to look, we can have 30, 40, 50, 60 comments on the video, right? In a day, we have probably over 200 comments on the video. I get back to every single one. Like, that is crazy. Like, if you just think the time and the bandwidth it takes to just get back to one comment and then multiply that by 200, and then on top of that, watching 60, 70 hours of film to hop on a live stream and talk about the Raiders when after watching and reviewing a game on the Raiders on all 22 players on one given play, and then doubling down on that times how many plays in the game, and then talking about how it relates to the other 31 other NFL teams when you run grades on those teams times 31. Crazy. You know, Head, appreciate your hard work, Beast. Mahalo. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Look, it's tough. Like, it's tough. And that's why I think I get so upset and worked up off content stealers, because they don't have the mind of the beast. And that's not, and look, I wasn't given my name BEASTwriter for nothing. I didn't give myself the nickname, right? That was given to me by the 49ers fans because of this style of reporting. It's different. It's different. And so, long story short, I told the Niners, like, I don't like this name. And to be honest with you, it wasn't even BEASTwriter before. It was called 49ers BEASTwriter. So 49B was the hashtag. 49ers BEASTwriter was the hashtag. And so I went to the Niners. I was like, man, I don't like this nickname that the fans gave me. They're like, okay, well, why don't you like it? I was like, because, Beast connotates with the devil, and my mom don't like it. And so and then I told you guys the story when Dave Ziegler at the pre-draft presser said Beast. And then my mom was watching the presser, and she's like, okay, I like it now because Dave Ziegler gave you a shout out. Before, she didn't like it, but now she likes it. But going back to the story on how I got the nickname in the first place was my bodybuilding grind and my reporting on a daily reporting basis covering the 49ers. So one, my Beast predictions, right? My Beast receipts. That's one. And then now I'm doubling down on that off the field, off the gridiron, by competing in the NBC IFBB Pro League, and then being nationally qualified to turn pro in a pro show, right? And then winning all these shows in Sacramento, here in what was the other one? In San Jose and all these other places. I want to go to Pittsburgh. We'll see. That's the national stage. We'll see about that. But in a nutshell, that's where it came. And now coming over to the Raiders, I took off the 49ers BEASTwriter right before that, and then kept it as BEASTwriter, and then BEASTwriter was born. So again, it's really, really crazy. And people say, hey man, like, how do you, like, where do you even start when you wake up? Like, what's a day in the life of Beast, right? Well, every time I wake up, I'm already behind the 8 ball. That's my mindset. Because you can wake up at 6:30 a.m. and still be the amount of work that I put in. Like, I put in 18, 20-hour work days. Like, no joke. Like, no joke. Like, you guys see it when I hop on the live stream. You guys see it when I was at Raiders headquarters during the draft process. You guys know what I'm doing. Like, you can't fake it and be like, oh yeah, I got little hours. You see it. I live it. And then I also go to the gym and work out 4-6 hours a day. So you tell me how many hours are in a day. You can't stretch out 24 hours into 26 hours, 28 hours. You only have 24 hours a day. So 8 hours on the grind, 8 hours personal training, online coaching, 4 hours working out. Where does that leave? Food, taking a crap, having to remember to eat. I mean, all that is a real thing. It's a real problem every single day. I literally have to be told when to eat because I'm just always grinding. For instance, that's why I'm drinking coffee right now, because it helps reduce the need for food. It's a natural diuretic also. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the vibe that I bring to the table. And I'm glad that you appreciate the hard work that I put into it, because I put in a lot of work, Oh, man. Larry Finn says, once a Raider, always a Raider. You're in the black hole with us. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Larry Finn says, prepared to be spaghettified, brother. Just kidding. Nothing but love, fam. Trevor says, thanks, bro. You one of a kind. No joke. I appreciate it. And it means a lot. These words mean a lot. Like, you don't have to send me a super chat or a super sticker, but just engaging with me on the platform, giving me a thumbs up. You know how many likes we have on a video? Like, we can get like 400 likes, 400 views on the video. We'll get like maybe 100 likes if we're lucky. I mean, go look at how many people watch my videos and don't like it, but they watch all my stuff. That's where I get irritated. It's like, how is it a one-off? Is it a one-off? No, it's just like, that's just odd. Like, because you know people are watching your stuff and stealing your content. That's the other thing. And when I look at the analytics, like I told you, we have more people watching our stuff who aren't subscribed to the channel than the subscribers here in the GOB family. That is ridiculous. But I can see you because obviously the analytics tell me something. And then I also see what you guys post after the fact that we timestamped it and already talked about it the day prior or 2 days prior, or the case may be. So you don't have the bandwidth to do what I do because you don't have the beast mentality to do what I do. Larry Flynn says, I know what you mean. I'm up at 5:30 a.m. near Mexico City getting my day started looking for English students to make that paper. Keep grinding, fam. Thank you so much. Hey, you're an English teacher? Are you an English teacher? That's funny. I was talking to my seventh grade English teacher, Mrs. Sorensen, and I told her I wouldn't be in the position I am without you freaking being on me. She called me her loudest A student, by the way. In the yearbook, she wrote that. You're my loudest A student I've ever had. And I was like, oh. So I showed her that, and she started laughing. I was pretty loud. I was that kid in class that would get stuff done early and just disrupt the other kids. And like she didn't like that. But I got A's. So my mom was like, hey. But then you know how they leave comments? And like I remember Mrs. Sorensen, she would write like, disrupts class, but smart. Disrupts class, but smart. Because I would be like, oh, I'm done. Like stuff that takes people 3 hours to write, like I'm done in like, I don't know, an hour and a half. Because I already formulate in my head like what I'm writing, so I already know like the meat of the essay or the meat of the lot. It's just you get it's like mind muscle connection. You get used to doing something, you already know what she's going to ask you before she even asks you. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty cool that you're an English teacher though. They don't get enough love, so shout out to you. All right, we're going to end this live stream. We've been on for an hour and 26 minutes and 49 seconds. I hope you guys like the vibe that I brought to the table in discussing the Bill Walsh diversity program as it pertains to the 4 coaches that were added to the coaching staff. Now, again, I wanted to let you guys know they're not official Raiders coaches, right? They're not on the official Raiders coaching staff. Again, they're just added as part of the vocational tool to increase the number of full-time minority coaches that all 32 NFL teams participate in each year, right? And the objective is during the off-season workout program, or whether it be mandatory minicamp or whatever the case may be, it's to gain and for them to observe and possibly get the learning tools for them to kind of take that next step as a full-time NFL coach if the opportunity arises. So again, it's kind of like an internship if you want to look at it in that regard. So again, I think it's a good thing coming. I think it's great for the NFL. And I just want to give a shout out to Psycho Jacko for your super chat today. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for Head for your super chat as well. He says, appreciate your hard work, Beast. Mahalo. And thank you so much for Koa Yoshida for keep sending me those Venmo donations. Again, if you guys want to send me a Venmo donation, you guys can do so at BEASTwriter. And it's in the description box of every video that I post. And if you guys are watching this on the replay, you can send me a super thanks like Mika Germany has on all my videos. Thank you so much, Mika Germany. Even though we're in different time zones, I always get back to you. And again, drop a comment. And again, you only have 24 hours in a day to choose to do what you want with those 24 hours. For me, I hope you follow me as your number one source for all things silver and black. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Take care for now. BEASTwriter out.